Welcome to the Career Study PowerPoint Directions. In this video, you're going to learn how to create a simple PowerPoint, a non-linear PowerPoint that allows you to create hyperlinked buttons that will take you to different parts of the PowerPoint. But it's also very simple and shouldn't take you very long to create. So go ahead and start by opening up PowerPoint. And you're going to go ahead and give it a name where it says click to add title. You can type in Fascinating Careers, or you can give it your own name that's similar, like Careers I Want, Careers that are Cool, What I Want to Do. I don't know. You can choose your name you want. If you can't think of anything, type Fascinating or Exciting Careers. And then type by and your first and last name. Okay, once you've done that, you can go ahead and change your font. I'm going to highlight Fascinating Careers. I'm going to go to my home ribbon. These are all ribbons up here. And this is the home ribbon. I'm going to come up here, pull the menu down, and choose a font. Okay. Once you've found the font that you want, you can change its color by clicking on this little A right here and choosing a different color. Okay. If you want to make it bigger, you can do the increase size right here or decrease. Okay. Do the same thing with your name if you'd like to do that as well. Next, we're going to add a background to this. So we're going to right click on this white area and go to Format Background. Or you can go to Design and go the Design ribbon here and go to Format Background right there. Either way works. Okay. And you can fill it with several things. You can do a solid fill where you pick a specific color. Okay, obviously pick something with high contrast so you can still read your writing. You can do a gradient fill where you come in here and you can choose your gradient. You just click on one of these stops and you choose a color for it, and you can create whatever gradient you want. You can move it around, make it do whatever you want it to do. You can even come in here, change the direction. The other option is to do a picture texture. You just pull this down right here and you can choose some of the textures that come with the program. Okay. And then last, you could do a pattern fill. I don't recommend pattern fills because they can be really jarring to the eye. You pick two colors and you can pick one. So if you do that, pick something that doesn't make the person watching it want to die. So I'm going to just go back to gradient fill. Okay. Now that I've got this, I'm going to go ahead and save this. So File, Save As, and Save As is directed. And save the file so that it's got your name in it and you can work on it another day if you don't quite finish it today. Next, you're going to create a new slide. So I'm going to go to Home and I'm going to go to New, and this is going to be the slide where I can choose which career to look at. You're going to be looking at some careers in a minute. So I'm going to type careers I am interested in. You can reword that however you want. Sorry, I can't talk and type at the same time. You can reword that to say something else, but saying the same thing in different words, that's fine. And then you're going to do a list here in a minute of 3 different careers you're interested in. We're going to be looking at those momentarily. Go ahead and add 3 more slides. So you should now have 5 slides total. Okay, so that's about as far as we can get until we get to Career Futures or Utah Futures. So you're going to want to go to the internet now, and I've got my internet here, and you're going to type in UtahFutures.org. Okay, once you get to Utah Futures, you're going to go over here to Careers, and you're going to do Occupation Search, which is going to pull you up to this screen. Now, there's several ways that you can search for an occupation. If you already know that you want to be a firefighter, for instance, you can just type it in and search for it. But if you'd like to kind of search other ways, you can. Career clusters is probably the best way to search. And you can just kind of pick an area like, oh, I'm not really sure what I'm going to do, but I'm interested in human services. So I'm going to click on that, and it will give you all the careers that are in human services. And there's several pages here. You just need to find 3 careers that are interesting to you. So let's say I'm looking at this, and I want to be an embalmer. Okay, why not? Okay, so I'm going to come in my first one over here. I'm going to type embalmer. Okay, then try to pick one that you actually want to be. So don't do embalmer unless you really, really want to be an embalmer. So I'm going to go back to career clusters, and maybe I'm looking for something under arts. Okay, so I'm going to click on that. And sure, I want to be a choreographer. That sounds fun. So my next one is going to be choreographer. And then let's say I do firefighter for my other one. But I want you to really, this is an opportunity to actually look at the real statistics about the career that you're interested in. So as silly as I'm being putting embalmer, please make sure you put what you really would like to do. Some careers are not going to be listed in Utah Futures because they're unusual and there's not a lot of statistics on them. And so you're going to have to stick with what is on Utah Futures. Okay. So now that I have my 3, I'm going to come over here to slide 3, and my title is going to be Embalmer. And the title of this one will be Choreographer. And my 3rd one will be Firefighter. Pretty wide variety there of jobs. Okay. Now, in order to fill this out, you're going to come in here to Embalmer, and there's several things that I'm looking for. So first I want to do yearly salary. Press enter. Education required. Star rating. And then just leave it at that. Okay. Now I want the same thing on all 3 of these. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight this. I'm going to put the colon there. I'm going to highlight this. I'm going to copy it. Control C to copy. I'm going to go to Choreographer. Put my cursor in here. Make sure you click and do Control V. To paste it, Control V. Okay, and that just saves me a little time. I don't have to retype that entire thing up. So now I'm going to come back here. I've got Choreographer right here. And actually, most of the information you need, you don't even have to go into it for most of it. You will for some, but right here it tells me my annual Utah wage, it doesn't know. Hourly wage, it doesn't know. So this particular one, I don't have a lot of information. NA means it's not applicable, or it's unable to find it. But I do know it's $22 an hour. So I don't have yearly salary on Choreographer. So I'm going to change this one just because it's not there. I'm going to change this one to hourly wage. But I prefer you do yearly salary since this is all that's available. $22, I'll just round that. Okay. It also tells me that it's a 0 stars. Okay, this one has no stars, which means that it's not high pay, not there's just not a lot of information about it, and so I really, that's not particularly the best one I could ever do. It also tells me how much I need. I need an associate's degree or a bachelor's. No, hold on, right here, high school diploma or equivalent. Okay, so education required, high school diploma. And star rating. Now for stars, even if you don't have stars, you can just be lazy and do 0 stars. Okay, you can do that. That's fine. But I like to go in here to shape, insert shape, and find the star shape, which I can never find. Okay, and you can do the stars, and I'm going to make these white, shape fill, make them white because there's nothing in them. Okay, and I'm just going to copy and paste, Control C, Control V, until I have 5 empty stars. Okay. Now below your star rating, you're just going to write, I want to do this career because I love to dance and I love making up dances for other people. I'm good at telling others what to do. Whatever. Okay, so if you want to know more about the career before you can write that, you can click on choreography and you can read all about it in here. I would suggest you read the overview of every job you do, because again, this isn't just an assignment you're getting a grade on. This is, to help you find out more about careers you want to do. So it's a great research opportunity to help you out. So once I'm done with that, I can go on to firefighter and do the same thing here. So I'm going to go back here. I'm going to type in firefighter. Okay, there it is, and annual wage $37,000. It's a 1-star rating. Okay, so I'm going to put, doesn't pay as much as you thought, does it? $37,000. Education required was post-secondary, I guess. That's what it says. Okay, then star rating. I'm going to come up here and I'm actually just going to copy and paste. I'm telling you, it can save a lot of time. Now, if I want to highlight them all at the same time, I'm going to click this, hold down the Control key, and I can click on them all at the same time if I want. Control C, Control V. You could just redo it if you want, but that's kind of the fast way. Now, this is a 1-star career, so I'm going to go to Drawing Tools and change the shape fill on this one to a color. So now I can see I've got 1 star. Okay, once again, I'm going to press Enter twice. I'm going to backspace. You can if you want to, but I'm going to backspace so I don't have a bullet. And I want to be a firefighter. Sorry. Whatever. That's not actually true, but there you go. Okay, then I'm going to get, and so same thing with Embalmer. So I'm not going to go through and do the whole rigmarole with Embalmer, but you need to fill that out with all 3 of these. Okay, now back to the careers I'm interested in. You can once again change your font on this. Notice any font you picked before will still be there. Make sure you change your background. You can do something different this time. You know, it's up to you what you want to do. Okay, and now we're going to do a hyperlink. I'm going to show you 2 ways to hyperlink this. First way, you're going to highlight the word, but this is the easy way. You're going to highlight the word Embalmer. You're going to right click and you're going to go to hyperlink. Okay? Now make sure when you get here, you might get a little confused. Don't forget to click on this button that says place in this document. And then I'm going to find it. It's already listed. Okay? And I click OK. And now it's underlined. So now if I watch the show, F5 will let you watch it. Okay? And I click on Embalmer, it will immediately take me to that slide. Okay? Same thing with choreographer. Oops. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and right click, hyperlink to choreographer, and firefighter, right click, hyperlink to firefighter. Now that's the easier way, but it's not as cool. The other way to do it is to go to insert shapes, pull a shape in, and type Embalmer. Okay, you could actually get rid of these entirely. Okay, and then your shape, I'm just going to right click on my shape and hyperlink that. And then it's kind of cool because it's like a button instead. So, and you can come in here, you can change your shape fill. I like to add a bevel to it so it looks like a picture. You can make this bigger or whatever. You can even change the font. So you can kind of make them look fancy, whatever you want to do. And then again, you can copy and paste it, right? Now if I do that, then I got to come back in here and change this to firefighter. And I change this one to choreographer. Okay, in this case I might want to make it bigger or something. Okay, and then I also have to come in and re-hyperlink it. I'm going to edit the hyperlink so it's going to firefighter. Because when I copied it and pasted it, I took the hyperlink with it. So I need to make sure that I fix that. Okay, so now if I go in, even though the next slide is Embalmer, I can click on choreographer and skip right to it. Okay. Now, feel free to decorate these as well. I'm not going to do that on the video, but add backgrounds and fonts and stuff to these. And then next we're going to add a back button, because the problem is I get in here and I click on it and I'm stuck. I can't get back. Okay, so I'm going to go to Embalmer, I'm going to go to Insert Shape, and I'm going to choose this little Home button, and then you just draw it. And it will automatically take you back to the first slide. So there's my Home button. Click that, copy it, go to here and paste, go to here and paste. So you just copy and paste it each time to go home. Okay. Last thing we're going to do is change the clicking. So I'm going to go to Transitions, and I'm going to go right here where it says On Mouse Click. I'm going to turn that off and apply to all. Now what that does is it makes it so I have to use the mouse to get to the next slide. However, we still want our first slide to have a mouse. So I'm going to turn it back on just on the first slide. But notice on these ones, it's gone. Okay. So now when I go to F5, I can click, but now I can't click. If I want to get to the next one, I have to click on the buttons to navigate it. Okay? And that concludes this assignment. Make sure you've added backgrounds and names, and you are good to go. Make sure you save it and then turn it in as your teacher directs you. Thank you so much for joining us.